The hidden truth about healthy foods for your kidneys. Have you seen bubbles in your toilet bowl recently? Do your ankles swell at the end of the day? Are you dismissing these indications as natural aging? What if I told you that the foods you've been consuming to be healthy may be slowly damaging your kidneys right now? You're not even aware it's happening. This is not intended to terrify you. However, thousands of Americans over the age of 50 are inadvertently hurting their kidneys every day by consuming items they consider to be healthy. The worst aspect is that most people don't know anything is amiss until their kidneys have lost more than half of their function. But here's some good news. You are reading this right now, so you still have time to defend yourself and those you care about. Allow me to disclose something that may startle you. Those dark leafy greens you've been adding to your morning smoothie, that vibrant beet salad you're so proud of, and even the spinach you've been eating because your doctor advised you to eat more vegetables. But before we begin, I'd like to learn something from you. Where are you watching this video and what time is it now? Please share in the comments. I read each message and it makes me feel closer to you. If you found this helpful, please subscribe and turn on the bell symbol. That way you'll never miss another health advice designed specifically for seniors like you. If you have specific illnesses or risk factors, all of these could be quietly causing kidney damage. And if you're over 50, your odds are larger than you realize. Understanding proteinuria and what your body is telling you. Let's discuss something that most people neglect until it's too late. Have you ever peeked into the toilet after using it and observed that the water is foamy or bubbly? It's almost like someone poured soap in there. Most people blow this aside. They believe the water pressure was too high, or that they just needed to clean the toilet more thoroughly. But that foam could be your kidneys, pleading for rescue. When you detect persistent foam or bubbles in your urine, it usually indicates that protein is escaping from your blood into your urine. This condition is known as proteinuria, and it is one of the first symptoms that your kidneys are failing. Imagine your kidneys as tiny filters with millions of small holes. When they're healthy, these filters are intelligent enough to keep vital substances like protein in your bloodstream where they belong. However, when these filters are damaged, protein begins to pass through, similar to how a screen door with tears let pests into your home. Why is this so important? Because protein is necessary for the body. It aids in the development and repair of tissues, combats infections, and maintains fluid equilibrium in the body. When you lose too much protein through your urine, you may feel continually weary, experience swelling in your legs and feet, and become more susceptible to infection. Even worse, proteinuria is frequently an indicator that your kidneys are in significant danger. If nothing changes, you may eventually need dialysis or a transplant. Silent destruction occurs after the age of 50. Doctors don't always explain things plainly enough. After the age of 50, your kidneys begin to slow down gradually each year. This is typical aging, just as your vision may require reading glasses, or your joints may feel stiffer in the morning. However, when you combine this normal aging process with high blood pressure, diabetes, or eating the incorrect foods, you get a perfect storm that can hasten kidney damage at an alarming rate. The frightening aspect of renal illness is how quiet it is. Your kidneys can lose up to 70 or even 80% of their function before you become gravely ill. By that time, the harm is usually irreversible. That's why it's critical to be aware of early warning signs such as foamy urine, unexplained fatigue, or ankle swelling. Your body is attempting to send you a message, and the sooner you respond, the greater your chances of preserving the kidney function you still have, the vegetables that covertly damage your kidneys. Let's get to the point of what you truly need to know. Not all veggies are created equal in terms of kidney health. Some of the superfoods you've been informed about can be harmful if you have kidney problems or other risk factors. Take Swiss chard as an example. It's stunning to look at, with its brilliant red and yellow stems, and it's been extolled in health publications for years. However, Swiss chard is extremely high in oxalates, These are natural substances found in many plants, but when they enter the body in high quantities, they can form small crystals. Consider these crystals to be minute bits of glass that travel through your bloodstream and eventually end up in your kidney. They can literally scratch and damage the sensitive kidney filters we discussed previously, exacerbating proteinuria and potentially resulting in painful kidney stones. But that is not all. Swiss chard is also particularly potassium-rich. Potassium is generally a positive thing. It keeps your heart beating regularly and your muscles functioning appropriately. However, when your kidneys are not functioning properly, they are unable to eliminate extra potassium from your blood efficiently. This means that potassium accumulates to dangerous amounts, and too much potassium can cause your heart to beat erratically or even stop. This is not something to be taken lightly. If you adore Swiss chard and cannot imagine giving it up entirely, there is a method to make it safer. Boil it in lots of water, then discard the water completely. This method removes a large amount of potassium and oxalates. Even so, if you have renal problems, you should eat it in moderation and never raw or stir-fried. Beetroot is another extremely popular veggie, particularly in smoothies and health drinks. People consume beet juice to raise their vitality and hemoglobin levels. Yes, beets can be beneficial to some people's health. However, if your kidneys are already struggling, beets can exacerbate the problem because they are high in oxalates, the same crystal-forming chemicals that can damage your kidney filters and cause protein leakage. And then there is spinach. Everyone knows that spinach is the ultimate health food, right? Popeye ate it to become stronger. However, spinach contains both oxalates and potassium, making it a double threat for persons with kidney problems. The same is true for potatoes, particularly if eaten with the skin on or in large volumes. These are not harmful foods, and healthy persons with proper kidney function can consume them without issue. However, if you are over 50, have diabetes, high blood pressure, or have detected any warning signals, such as foamy urine, you should exercise extreme caution. The guardian vegetables for your kidneys. After all of this discussion on harmful vegetables, you may be thinking if you should simply quit eating vegetables completely. Absolutely not. Vegetables are still necessary for good health, and the appropriate ones can help preserve your kidneys and even minimize proteinuria. You only need to know which ones to choose and how to properly prepare them. Allow me to introduce you to the guardian vegetables, which can heal and protect your kidneys rather than hurt them. These aren't fancy superfoods that cost a fortune. They're simple, everyday vegetables that may be found in any supermarket. First up is lotus root. You might have seen it in Asian restaurants or supermarkets. It appears strange with those beautiful circular holes running through it, almost like a natural work of art. Lotus root is derived from the lotus flower and has been used in traditional Asian medicine for ages to reduce inflammation and cool the body. Its kidney-friendly properties stem from its low potassium, low oxalates, and high fiber content. This combination allows your body to clear waste materials gradually and without placing strain on your kidneys. Some studies even suggest that it may help reduce inflammation in the renal tissues themselves. Just be sure to boil or steam it. Deep frying it in oil or sprinkling it with salt utterly negates the benefits. The next ingredient is regular old cabbage. I know it doesn't seem interesting, but cabbage is actually great for kidney health. It's low in potassium, salt, and high in vitamins C and K. These vitamins help prevent oxidative stress, which is similar to rust accumulating inside your organ. Reducing oxidative stress in your kidneys improves their function and allows them to filter your blood more efficiently. You can steam cabbage, saute it lightly with olive oil and garlic, or consume it as coleslaw as long as you don't smother it with salty dressing. Keep things simple and let the veggie do its therapeutic work. Cauliflower is another kidney-protecting superfood. Cauliflower may appear monotonous and bland when compared to bright vegetables, but it contains unique molecules known as indoles that assist your body eliminate toxic toxins. It is also high in antioxidants and contains far less potassium than spinach or potatoes. You may boil it, mash it up like mashed potatoes, roast it briefly in the oven, or even make cauliflower rice. Just remember to limit the amount of salt and butter used. You eat for health, not just taste. Finally, there's bottle gourd, sometimes known as lauki or dudahai, depending on where you're from. This vegetable is mainly water and fiber, making it quite easy on the kidneys. It keeps you hydrated and eliminates pollutants from your system without making your kidneys work harder. Many patients with proteinuria experience bloating, fatigue, and discomfort, and a simple soup made from bottle gourd can be extremely comforting. There's only one essential caution. Always taste a small amount before cooking with bottle gourd. If it tastes bitter at all, throw it out immediately, since bitterness indicates the presence of toxins. All of these guardian vegetables perform best when prepared simply. Boil, steam, or stir. Fry them briefly with little oil and no strong seasonings. Remember that even though they are natural foods, they may conflict with medications you're taking for blood pressure or diabetes. So, before making any big dietary changes, consult your doctor or a dietitian. Why protecting your kidneys today is more important than you believe. You might be thinking that just choosing the appropriate vegetables is a lot of work. But let me tell you why this is so important, especially as you get older. Damaged kidneys do not heal overnight. In reality, once kidney tissue has been injured, it frequently fails to regenerate itself. Ignoring early warning indicators such as proteinuria might have fatal effects. When kidney disease worsens, it is not limited to protein in your urine. It continues to move silently until the kidneys can no longer function properly. This is when dialysis becomes necessary. Dialysis entails spending hours, several times per week, linked up to a machine that performs the function that your kidneys can no longer do. It's demanding, time-consuming, and life-changing in ways most people don't realize until they do it. A transplant is the most effective treatment for renal failure, but receiving a kidney transplant is not easy. In most countries, including the United States, people must wait months or even years for a matching kidney. The wait lists are heartbreakingly long. Even after surgery, there is continual concern that your body would reject the new kidney. Some people require a second transplant. Many people never receive one and end up living their lives on dialysis. This is why I am taking the time to explain everything to you now. Because preventing kidney damage in the first place is far superior to attempting to repair it after it has already occurred. And the good news is that you have authority here. You are not helpless. Small choices you make every day about what you eat and how you prepare, it can have a long-term impact on your kidney health. Begin implementing your kidney protection strategy today. So, what do you do with all of this information? First, do not panic. If you've always eaten spinach or beets and felt fine, you're probably all right. However, if you're over 50, have diabetes or high blood pressure, or have observed any warning symptoms such as foamy urine or edema, now is the time to make some changes. Begin by minimizing villainous vegetables, such as Swiss chard, beetroot, and excessive amounts of spinach or potatoes, unless your doctor clearly states they are safe for you. When you eat potassium-rich veggies, utilize the boiling procedure I suggested previously. Boil them in a lot of water, then throw it away. This removes a considerable quantity of potassium and oxalates, making the vegetables healthier for your kidneys. At the same time, include more of the guardian veggies in your meals. Add cabbage to soups. Try roasted cauliflower as a side dish. Experiment with lotus root and stir fry. Make bottle gourd soup when you want something soft and calming. These vegetables are easily digestible. They're gentle on your kidneys, and they can help minimize inflammation and protein leaks with time. Keep track of your portion sizes as well. Eating too many vegetables, even healthy ones, can cause problems. Do not overload your cuisine with salt, quick seasonings, or heavy sauces. Keep it simple and neat. Also, please see your doctor before attempting to self-medicate or making extreme dietary changes. Everyone's body is unique, What works for one individual with renal disease may not work for another, especially if they are already on dialysis or receiving strong drugs. Here's a simple checklist to remember. Look for early warning signs such as frothy urine, unexplained tiredness, or swelling in your feet and ankles. Select the appropriate vegetables, not simply any vegetables branded as healthy. Prepare them correctly by boiling, steaming, and keeping seasonings to a minimum. Respect your lab results and consult your doctor if anything seems strange. Also, keep curious and informed, since information truly is power when it comes to your health. Before I leave, I'd like to ask you to do something crucial. If you found this information useful, please like it and share it with your friends and family, especially anyone over the age of 50 or who has diabetes or high blood pressure. Leave a comment below if you've noticed any of these warning signals or have any questions concerning kidney health. Subscribe to the channel and enable notifications to ensure you don't miss any future videos about remaining healthy as you age. Your contribution enables us to reach more people who require this information. Your kidneys are little but highly powerful organs that work tirelessly for you without your knowledge. Now it is your turn to look after them. This is not about living in dread. It is about keeping informed and in control of your health. Do not wait for things to grow worse. Begin with one meal, one smarter veggie pick. Have one talk with your doctor. You've got this, and your future self will thank you for taking action now. Would you be surprised to learn that more than 1 in every 7 persons in the United States has chronic kidney disease, and the majority of them are unaware of it? That implies tens of millions of individuals may be unknowingly pushing their kidneys to the limit. Listen to the truth. Uncle John was taken to the hospital with a creatinine level of 7.1, which would concern any kidney expert. 2 days later, the number had plummeted to 0.9. Do you believe it? Do you think it's a miracle? I used to believe the same thing until I looked at his chart and realized that the answer was concealed in relatively common food choices, particularly the fats he consumed on a daily basis. Adult creatinine levels typically range between 0.6 and 1.2 milligrams per deciliter. When the number rises to a high level, it indicates that the kidneys are overwhelmed or do not receive adequate blood flow, necessitating immediate attention. Do you know that every day in the United States, hundreds of people must begin dialysis because their kidneys have failed? That is reality. Weak kidneys cause more than just tiredness. They can require hospitalization, blood filtration, and incredibly expensive treatment selections. In this video, I'll explain why creatinine can reduce so quickly and why it's not a miracle. Why 4 types of lipids can nourish and preserve your kidneys, while 4 others quietly harm them, as well as the incredibly practical changes you can make today to allow your kidneys to rest, rather than working them to exhaustion. If you ignore this video, your kidneys may continue to labor to the point of exhaustion every day, and you will have no idea why. Stay with me because sometimes a handful of nuts or a spoonful of the appropriate oil can determine the fate of your kidneys. Let us begin now. 4 beneficial fats for your kidneys. 1. Sunflower seed. You know, sometimes the simplest things have the most surprising impact. Sunflower seeds are an excellent example. Small, familiar, and often thought of as a snack while watching TV, they are actually one of the most effective natural foods for lowering creatinine. These tiny seeds include vitamin E, selenium, and unsaturated fatty acids. These are nutrients that the body, particularly the kidneys, urgently require. They function as an antioxidant, protecting kidney cells from inflammation and scarring, reducing pressure on the kidneys to filter blood, and allowing creatinine to naturally decrease. According to a study published in the Journal of Renal Nutrition, persons who ate approximately 30 grams of sunflower seeds daily for 8 weeks showed a significant decline in urea and creatinine levels compared to those who did not consume these seeds. That suggests the benefits of sunflower seeds are more than just a hypothesis. It exists and is supported by science. There's something even more interesting. Sunflower seeds include vitamin E, which helps reduce fat oxidation in the blood. This decreases stress on the liver and kidneys. After only 2 weeks of adding an unsalted handful of sunflower seeds to their afternoon snack, several patients reported feeling lighter, brighter skin, and more regular urination. Remember this. Choose only natural sunflower seeds that have not been salted or flavored. When you add salt, practically all of the benefit is lost, and the kidneys work exceptionally hard to eliminate the excess sodium. Your body will sense a difference after only a few days, but this is only the beginning. Because when sunflower seeds are combined with another omega-3 rich nut, the effect multiplies dramatically. Let us now proceed to the next nut, a type of golden fuel that feeds the blood arteries inside the kidneys from within. 2. Chia seeds. Have you ever considered how a few little seeds may make such a big effect in your kidney health? Chia seeds are a wonderful example. At first look, they appear unremarkable. They are so little that they may easily be mistaken for dust. However, inside is a tremendous reservoir of nourishment. Omega-3, soluble fiber, plant-based protein, and a variety of minerals including magnesium, calcium, and zinc. These nutrients aid to minimize glomerular inflammation, maintain blood pressure, and prevent kidney tissue fibrosis. These are 3 of the primary reasons why creatinine levels rise. It's astonishing how omega-3 chia seeds can balance blood lipids. In other words, it reduces harmful lipids in the bloodstream, increases circulation to the kidneys, and boosts your body's natural filtering abilities. A study from the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health discovered that participants who ate chia seeds on a regular basis had up to 28% lower incidence of chronic kidney inflammation than control groups. Furthermore, chia seeds possess a unique quality that most other seeds lack. When soaked in water, they swell to around 10 times their original volume, forming a natural gel. This gel promotes hydration and electrolyte balance in the body. That is something the kidneys rely on while they are constantly attempting to remove waste. A spoonful of chia seeds in your morning glass of water or sprinkled over a bowl of oatmeal is easy on the stomach and promotes kidney cell relaxation. Even better, this is a healthy fat source that practically anyone may consume, including those attempting to follow a low-protein, low-sodium diet. After a few weeks of sticking to this easy behavior, many people have reported feeling lighter, stabilizing their creatinine levels, and no longer experiencing morning energy crashes. But don't depart just yet. What comes next is even more unique. A smooth liquid fat, often known as liquid gold of the Mediterranean, that protects both your kidneys and your heart. Let us now uncover that secret. 3. Olive oil. If you've ever wondered why people in the Mediterranean live longer, have less heart disease, and have lower rates of renal failure than the rest of the globe, it's not because of supplements, it's in the bottle of oil on the table. Olive oil, particularly extra virgin olive oil, contains around 30 natural antioxidant components, the most notable of which is oleic acid, a healthy fat that reduces inflammation in the tiny blood arteries inside the kidneys, enhances blood filtration, and protects the kidney tubule cells from injury. You don't have to do anything complicated. Even a few drops of olive oil on top of a salad or spread over a slice of toasted bread can be beneficial to your kidneys. It feels delicate, not heavy. And it does not produce the greasy burning sensation that typical frying oils do, because olive oil does not elevate bad cholesterol and does not put the kidneys to work overtime. For adults over 50, this is one of the safest fats to consume on a daily basis. It helps to keep the blood vessels in the kidneys smooth and flexible, which promotes natural blood flow and allows creatinine to be removed from the body more consistently. A 62-year-old patient once told me this: I merely went from butter to olive oil, and my doctor reported my creatinine level reduced by 0.3 inches in 3 months. The tiniest habit can sometimes bring about the most significant change. But don't look away just yet, since what comes next will genuinely astonish folks. It is a fatty food that many people believe is unhealthy, yet when understood right, it can be a natural savior for people who have kidney difficulties. Could you guess what it is? Number 4, avocado. Avocado is one fat that can make your heart and kidneys happy. Many people are wary of avocado because it appears rich and creamy on the outside. However, that richness is derived from good fats, which your body craves on a daily basis. Avocado includes monounsaturated fats, which assist minimize inflammation in renal tissue, normalize blood pressure, and ensure consistent blood flow to each filtering cell. Furthermore, the natural potassium in avocado regulates cardiac rhythm and electrolytes, reducing muscle cramps and weariness. These are problems that many persons with impaired kidney function face. Here's a little suggestion that nutrition experts frequently advocate. Eat half an avocado each day, ideally in the morning. Mash it onto a slice of whole grain bread, drizzle with olive oil, and sprinkle with chia seeds. This combination not only promotes the absorption of healthy fats, but also provides consistent energy throughout the day. I remember a 58-year-old man telling me that I had to avoid avocados forever. But after adding half an avocado every morning, I sleep better, my blood pressure is constant, and my doctor says my creatinine level is gradually decreasing. Sometimes the best vitamin does not come in a capsule. It's in the ripe avocado you keep on the counter. These 4 healthy fats, sunflower seeds, chia seeds, olive oil, and avocado, form a foundation for kidney recovery after injury. However, if you believe that adding healthy fats is all you need, be cautious. Other fats appear harmless, even delicious, but they slowly wear down your kidneys every day. You may be startled to see one of your favorite dishes on the list. 4 toxic fats for the kidneys and 1. Salted roast peanuts. Who doesn't enjoy the rich, salty, and crispy taste of salted roasted peanuts? The sort that is so aromatic and enticing that, after just one handful, you want more. But beneath that deliciousness lies a trap that many kidney patients never see coming. Peanuts appear to be a nutritious snack, rich in plant protein, fiber, and vitamin E. However, when they are roasted with salt, oil, and preservatives, everything changes. At this time, the peanuts are heavy in saturated fat, salt, and oxidized fatty acids. These are silent assailants that thicken the blood, constrict the blood arteries, and require the kidneys to work harder to filter waste. The issue is that the salty, savory flavor causes us to eat more without realizing it. A tiny handful of salted roasted peanuts can contain 200 to 250 milligrams of sodium, enough to raise blood pressure within a few hours. When that level of salt is repeated daily, the body retains water, increasing the stress on the kidneys. A study published in Kidney and Blood Pressure Research discovered that persons who consumed a lot of salt had an almost 29% faster fall in glomerular filtration rate, or eGFR, than those who ate less salt. And that's not all. Most packaged peanuts are roasted in oil that has been heated and reused several times. This produces trans fats and free radicals, which cause inflammation and damage to renal tubules and blood vessels. This is why many people who believe they are simply munching on something harmless have their creatinine levels climb in just a few months. If you still enjoy the flavor, don't worry. Try dried, roasted, unsalted peanuts or boiling peanuts and restrict your intake to 1 small handful, 20 grams, at a time. To help maintain electrolyte balance, pair them with leafy greens or potassium-rich fruit. After a few weeks, many people notice that their swelling decreases, their blood pressure stabilizes, and their creatinine levels begin to fall simply because they stopped eating that small snack they once thought was insignificant. So, don't think that avoiding fried foods is enough. The next food is truly the hidden killer, and even health-conscious people continue to make this mistake without realizing it. 2. Salted roasted cashews. Cashews are a popular healthy snack due to their naturally creamy flavor, high magnesium content, plant protein content, and antioxidants that promote heart health and overall well-being. However, once they are salted and commercially roasted, you are unknowingly stressing your kidneys. Just 1 handful of salted roasted cashews, about 28 grams, can contain over 200 milligrams of sodium, as well as saturated and trans fat. These are quiet offenders, who can raise creatinine levels, spike blood pressure, and cause the kidneys to work overtime. According to research, excess sodium from processed foods is one of the leading causes of kidney decline, particularly in older adults and those who already have kidney problems. When you eat salted cashews every day, your body accumulates sodium and unhealthy fats. The kidneys are then forced to work harder to filter the blood, which can cause swelling, high blood pressure, and an increased risk of elevated creatinine. You may not feel it right away, but your body is quietly calling for help every day. Here's a small but very effective tip. Choose raw cashews or dry roasted unsalted cashews, and eat a small handful alongside fresh vegetables or fruit. This way, you retain the antioxidant benefits, plant protein, and healthy fats, while allowing your kidneys to detox more gently, keeping blood pressure stable, and reducing the strain on filtration. Remember, the next item on this list may appear innocuous because it is found in nearly every kitchen cabinet. However, if you are not careful, your kidneys will have to fight silently every day. I'll reveal that next, and you'll understand why so many older adults continue to eat it out of habit, while their creatinine levels rise unexpectedly. 3. Deep fried fast food. Do you think eating one serving of French fries or fried chicken is safe? Think again. Every time you eat deep fried foods, your kidneys work much harder than you realize. These foods are high in saturated fat, trans fats, sodium, and reused frying oil. All of these put additional strain on the kidney's ability to filter blood, which can cause creatinine levels to rise. Large-scale studies have shown that people who consume a lot of processed and fried foods are more likely to experience kidney function decline. According to one study, eating more ultra-processed foods, such as fried foods, snacks, and fast food, increases the risk of chronic kidney disease by about 5% per day. Do not let a single moment of pleasure turn into weeks or months of additional work for your kidneys. Here's a little-known but surprisingly effective tip. If you can't stop eating fried foods, sprinkle some turmeric or cumin powder on them before eating. Curcumin and flavonoids in these spices help to reduce inflammation, improve blood flow to the kidneys, and may reduce the absorption of unhealthy fats from fried foods. Even if you only try it once, you will notice a difference when your kidneys can breathe again. You can also drink a glass of warm water with a small amount of apple cider vinegar immediately after eating fried foods. This aids detoxification, encourages the kidneys to work more gently, and can reduce some of the damage in just a few hours. Have you ever tried this? Or do you still eat fried foods for comfort without considering your kidneys? Comment 1 if you've tried or are struggling to cut back so we can all grow stronger together. And don't look away because the next item on this list isn't as simple as it seems. It is commonly found in everyday foods, but it is a silent enemy of the kidneys that most people are unaware of. 4. Animal butter. Everyone enjoys the rich, creamy flavor of butter on toast or in baked goods, but it is one of the most dangerous saturated fats for the kidney. Animal butter contains saturated fat, which not only raises blood cholesterol, but also increases the workload of the nephron, your kidney's tiny but essential filtering unit. A few slices of butter per day, combined with a salty and processed diet, can cause creatinine levels to rise faster than you realize. One study found that people who consumed a lot of saturated fat from animal sources had a 20% higher risk of kidney function decline within 5 years than those who replaced animal fats with plant-based fats. This is especially concerning for people over 50, as their nephrons have already begun to deteriorate with age. Here's a simple yet extremely effective tip. If you can't completely avoid butter, try replacing it with a monounsaturated fat spread or eating it with fiber-rich leafy greens. This slows the absorption of unhealthy fats and puts less strain on the kidneys. A glass of warm water with a few almonds on the side can also help cool the kidneys, reducing the risk of fat buildup and sudden creatinine spikes. Ask yourself honestly, are those creamy slices of butter you eat every day, causing your kidneys to work overtime without you knowing it? If you've ever eaten too much butter, leave a comment to share your experience so we can all learn how to protect our kidneys starting today. This is the most important message you should remember. There is no miracle that can restore kidney function in a single day. Small daily choices such as nuts and plant oils, as well as limiting butter and fried foods, help to gradually rebuild kidney health. Remember that every meal you eat today will affect your creatinine level and kidney health in the future. How to combine the 4 good fats into a golden formula that allows your kidneys to rest and remain strong. Protecting your kidneys is simple and does not require any complex formula. In reality, you only need to combine the 4 good fats in a strategic manner to create meals that taste good, aid in kidney recovery, and are simple to maintain on a daily basis. Mix olive oil, chia seeds, and mashed avocado with leafy greens to make a recovery salad. This not only provides healthy fats, but also fiber, vitamins, and minerals to help your kidneys filter more effectively. You can also consume 20 to 25 grams of nuts and seeds per day, preferably lightly roasted with no added salt, to maintain their full nutritional value without increasing the load on the kidneys. These small choices may appear to be simple, but they are exactly what contributes to kidney health on a daily basis, helping to control creatinine and preventing excessive filtration pressure. Here's a little secret that most people don't know. When you combine olive oil with seeds like chia or sunflower, your body absorbs the healthy fats more effectively, while also reducing inflammation and oxidative stress in the nephrons. With just a few minutes of preparation each day, you can let your kidneys rest while maintaining consistent energy throughout the day. Remember, simplicity, consistency, and science are the keys. You don't need complicated recipes. Simply choose correctly each day, and your kidneys will thank you. And if you want to know how to turn these fats into a super meal that speeds up your kidney recovery, keep reading, because I'll show you how to combine them with other meals for maximum benefit. Consider this. With just one small change in your daily eating habits, you are already giving your kidneys a rest, lowering filtration pressure, and preventing dangerous complications before they occur. This is the power of making smart, sustainable decisions. If this video impacted your heart in any way, please let me know by liking it, sharing it with someone you care about, or leaving a comment. And if you want to continue walking this path with me, studying health, healing, and deeper living in your elderly years, be sure to subscribe and touch the bell button. Every week I'll be right here with you, telling everyone that we're still alive. I'll see you in the next video.